Honorable Mr. Justice H. Noble Singh, Judge, High Court of Manipur, to facilitate Honorable Mr. Justice P.V. Sanjay Kumar, Chief Justice, High Court of Manipur. Thank you, Your Lordship. May I now request Mrs. Bolmay Kaikuselu, Registrar General, High Court of Manipur, to kindly facilitate Honorable Mr. Justice Lanu Sungkum Jamir, Judge, High Court of Manipur. Thank you, ma'am. I would like to call upon Shri Ojesh Muthu, Member Secretary, Manipur State Legal Services Authority, to facilitate Honorable Mr. Justice A.H. Noble Singh, Judge, High Court of Manipur. Thank you, sir. May I now request Shri Alek Miwa, Secretary, High Court Legal Services Authority, to kindly facilitate Honorable Mr. Justice M.V. Muralidharan, Judge, High Court of Manipur. Thank you, sir. May I now request the Honorable Judges to kindly light the ceremonial lamps. Thank you, Your Lordships. I would like to invite Shri Ojesh Muthu, Member Secretary, Manipur State Legal Services Authority, to deliver the welcome address.
Very good afternoon. His Lordship, Honorable Mr. Justice P.V. Kumar, Chief Justice, High Court of Manipur, and Patrol-in-Chief, Manipur State Legal Services Authority. His Lordship, Honorable Mr. Justice Jamil, Judge, High Court of Manipur. His Lordship, Honorable Mr. Justice K.S. Noble Singh, Judge, High Court of Manipur, and Executive Chairman, Manipur State Legal Services Authority. His Lordship, Honorable Mr. Justice M.V. Muralidharan, Judge, High Court of Manipur, and Chairperson, High Court Legal Services Committee. Distinguished dignitaries of dais, respected members of the bar and bench, respected chairpersons and secretaries of all district legal services authorities, distinguished invitees, panel lawyers, paralegal volunteers, fraternity members of the print and electronic media, ladies and gentlemen. The constitutional vision of making justice accessible to all, as enacted in Article 39A of the Indian Constitution, was particularly enforced on this day 26 years ago. It was on this day, the 9th day of November 1995, that the guiding document of the legal service activities in our country, that the Legal Services Authorities Act 1987, came into force, embodying within itself the philosophy of the founding fathers of legal aid in our country, late Justice V.R. Nair and late Justice P.M. Bhagwati. And since then, the legal service movement in our country has left no stone unturned in this space for reaching out to marginalized and poor sections of society, not only by providing legal assistance, but also empowering them to exercise the rights and entitlements of various social welfare legislations. The recent times have been very challenging for the legal service activities on account of the COVID-19 pandemic. Yet, we have moved on with various innovative and creative mediation solutions, such as e-law adalat, e-legal clinic, prisons, data management software, etc., to name a few. We saw marginalized sections in order to realize the constitutional vision of access to justice for all. This would not have been possible without the tremendous assistance rendered by all of you at the institutional and individual levels. It would also be apt to mention that this year we are celebrating the Legal Services Day as a part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, wherein from 2nd October 2021, a 45 days long Paint India outreach and awareness campaign was kick-started by His Excellency the President of India to reach out to every marginalized citizens of this country. From door-to-door campaigns to awareness through mobile vans, bike cycle rallies, walkathons, legal camps, various competitions, webinars, TV and radio talks, films, social media, etc., we are on the verge of covering all the villages in the state and leave behind the footprint of legal services to every village and to the last man standing. So on this momentous occasion, to commemorate the day, we pave the way for a centralized and uniform structure of legal service activities in our country. I, on behalf of Manipur State Legal Services Authority, humbly welcome you, one and all. Thank you. Before we proceed with the next program, we would like to showcase the activities of legal service authorities. Please.
चौपालों तक आएगा।
लाचारों को न्याय मिलेगा, दुखियारों को न्याय मिलेगा, कमजोरों को न्याय मिलेगा, मजलूमों को न्याय मिलेगा। अपने इस हिंदुस्तान पर हक लिखा दी तो है, उम्मीदों के इस गुलसिता पर हक हमारा भी तो है। एक मुट्ठी आसमां पर हक हमारा भी तो है।
गरीब और कमजोरों को मुफ्त एवं सक्षम कानूनी सहायता के लिए प्रतिबद्ध विधिक सेवा प्राधिकरण नालसा, न्याय सबके लिए।
वानिंगाई लेत्रे नसीदी सोथना लेहौरब कांगबू सिंगदा सेल तिंगदना मतिक चाबा आयन की तेंगबांग पीननबा लीगल सर्विसेज अथॉरिटी एक्ट 1987 की सेक्शन 12 की मखादा हांगले मणिपुर स्टेट लीगल सर्विसेज अथॉरिटी की थोंगजाओ।
Laklo, lakli, wayelo shandi pachunga, yumbu kuringa. Laklo, lakli, wayelo shandi pachunga, yumbu kuringa.
मतिक चाबा उकिल पीगनी सेल तिंगदना आइन की ओइबा पौताक पीगनी सेल तिंगदना केस का मरी लेने चे चांग सेंबिगनी सेल तिंगदना कनान मणिपुर स्टेट लीगल सर्विसेज अथॉरिटी।
And what we do is free service.
mari leina che sang sing amadi wasak che yaw badal kas kisin ham Manipur State Legal Services Authority ki member secretary Manipur High Court ki Legal Services Committee District Authority ki chairman secretary natraga legal aid clinic singda
Sino ko uni district ki uni district onda ki hukum mundo tahu ni
I would like to invite Honorable Mr. Justice K.H. Nobin Singh to deliver the keynote address.
Good afternoon to all of you. Honorable the Chief Justice, High Court of Manipur, Shri P.B. Sanjay Kumar, my esteemed brothers, Shri L. Jamir, Shri L. M.B. Muralidhar, and Shri A. Bimal, who is on leave. Chief Secretary Manipur, Dr. Rajesh Kumar, Learned Advocate General Manipur, Shri N. Kumarjit Singh, Registrar General, High Court of Manipur, Member Secretary Masalsa, Deputy Secretary Masalsa, Senior Advocates and Advocates, Judicial Officers, Office of the Registry, ladies and gentlemen. Today, the Legal Service Day is being celebrated and observed all over the country, and in the state of Manipur, it is being observed by us now. What does the expression legal services mean? It is defined in Section 3C of the Legal Service Authority Act 1987, and in short, it means rendering of any service in the conduct of any case or other legal proceedings and the giving of advice on any legal matter. Why is this expression relevant and important today? To know its answer, we need to revisit the province of the Council of India, and in particular its preamble, whereby we, the people of India, resolve to secure justice, liberty, equality, etc. to all the citizens. As you know, our Constitution came to be adopted and enacted on 26 November 1959. After about 25 years of independence, the question that arose was as to whether we could achieve our objectives or not. The answer available at that point of time appeared to be in a negative, as a result of which Article 39A came to be inserted in the year 1977 by way of an amendment of the Constitution, which provides that the state shall secure that the operation of legal system promotes justice on the basis of equal opportunity and shall provide legal aid by suitable legislation to ensure that opportunities for securing justice are not denied to any citizen by reason of economic or other disabilities. With the object of providing legal aid, in the year 1980, the Government of India appointed a committee called the Committee for Implementing Legal Aid Scheme under the chairmanship of Justice P.N. Bhagwati, to monitor and implement legal aid programs. It was wholly funded by the Government of India. After some years and on a review of the working of the committee, it was felt by the Government of India that it would be desirable to constitute the statutory legal services authorities in the country so as to provide for the effective monitoring of legal aid programs. In tune with the Article 39A of the Constitution, the Legal Service Authorities Act 1987 came to be enacted by the Parliament to provide free and competent services to the weaker sections of society, to ensure that opportunities for securing justice are not denied to any citizen by reason of economic or other disabilities, and to organize law adalats to secure that the operation of legal system promotes justice on a basis of equal opportunity. The Manipur Legal Service Authority was constituted by notification dated 19 January 1998, which was treated to be a body to be given grant in aid to implement the scheme of the state government, and that situation remained continuing till the year 2020, when it was made a statutory body strictly in terms of the provisions of the Act 1987. Consequently, certain amount of money was allocated in the budget for it. It was initially manned by a Deputy Secretary Law, Government of Manipur, and thereafter it was manned by a judicial officer in the cadre of district judge on in-charge basis. With the establishment of separate High Court, the Manipur Legal Service Authority Act and the District Legal Service Authorities were reconstituted by notification dated 24 March 2015. The High Court Legal Services Committee was also constituted, but since the young advocates who are empaneled are unable to handle effectively the cases assigned to them, it has become a problem for the committee. Taking advantage of this program, I would like to make a humble request to all the senior advocates practicing this court to render pro bono legal services. Pro bono legal services as a concept has not gained much momentum in the country, and in particular the state of Manipur. In other words, this laudable tradition of public service has not yet received a deserving recognition. With the help of various stakeholders, including paralegal volunteers, remand lawyers, panel lawyers, lawyers at the front offices, etc., the state legal service authorities, including the High Court Legal Services Committee, district legal service authorities, etc., have been giving legal service to persons who satisfy the criteria laid down in the Act, and will continue to do the same. But one thing which needs to be noted by all of us is that the quality or the standard of legal services being provided in the country is not up to the mark. Unless we enhance the quality or the standard of legal services, the objectives sought to be achieved by us may remain a far dream. It is the right time for all of us to wake up to the seriousness of the prevailing situation. With these few words, I conclude my keynote address. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Lordship. May I call upon Honorable Mr. Justice P.V. Sanjay Kumar, Chief Justice, High Court of Manipur and Patron-in-Chief, Manipur State Legal Services Authority, to deliver the presidential address.
My esteemed brothers on the bench, Justices Jamer, Nobin, Muralidharan, and in absentia, Bimol, the Chief Secretary, State of Manipur, Dr. Rajesh Kumar, senior and junior judges of the district judiciary present here today, senior lawyers present here, members of the bar, members of the registry, members of the Masalsa, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to all of you. We have assembled here today to celebrate Legal Services Day 2021 and for the Commendation Ceremony 2020-2021. On a lighter note, I should have realized that knowing how comprehensively and fully Brother Nobin covers everything, I should have cross-checked my speech with his before starting, because I'm bound to repeat a lot of things that he said. But at the cost of repetition, it is well worth saying. Today marks the 26th anniversary of the day that the Legal Services Authorities Act came into effect. As we all know, Article 39A was introduced in the Constitution by way of the 42nd Amendment Act of 1976. This article provided for equal justice and free legal aid. It reads to the effect that the state should ensure that operation of the legal system promotes justice on the basis of equal opportunity and also provides for legal aid being given by way of a suitable legislation or scheme so as to ensure that opportunities for securing justice are not denied to any citizen owing to economic or other disabilities. Though this article came into effect on 3rd January 1977 itself, it was only on 26th September 1980 that the Government of India constituted a committee under the chairmanship of a former Chief Justice of India, Justice P.N. Bhagwati. This committee was called the Committee for Implementation of Legal Aid Schemes. This committee evolved a model scheme and boards were set up in all the states and union territories to implement this model scheme. But unfortunately, difficulties and deficiencies cropped up in this implementation, and eventually it was felt that it was necessary to have statutory legal services authorities at the national, state, and district levels to see that these legal aid schemes and programs were implemented and monitored effectively. That is how the Legal Services Authorities Act came to be enacted in the year 1987. It received the presidential assent in October 1987 itself, but it did not come into effect till 9th November 1995. We will not go into the reasons for the delay. Let's fall back on the adage, better late than never. So it at least came into effect on 9th November 1995. Now, legal service is defined by Section 2, subsection 1C of the Act. It's an inclusive definition to mean rendering of any service in the conduct of a case or other legal proceeding before a court, tribunal, or authority, and giving of advice on any legal matter. As I already said, Article 39A speaks of the state ensuring that the operation of the legal system promotes justice on the basis of equal opportunity, and Article 14 of the Constitution speaks of equality before law and also equal protection of the laws. These constitutional promises or guarantees therefore need to be made a reality. As long back as in the year 1956, in BD Supply Company versus Union of India, the Supreme Court had observed that the Constitution is not only for the elite, but also for the butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker. These days, of course, courts are quoting from high-flying texts, but in 1956, they obviously started with, do you know where this is from? From a nursery rhyme. It's a nursery rhyme titled, Rub-Dub-Dub, Three Men in a Tub. That's where you will find these words, the butcher, the baker, and the candlestick maker, and this is what the Supreme Court said, that it is for basically the common man also, and not just for the elite. Therefore, it becomes essential that access to justice is made available to all. However, the reality is that large sections of our people face great difficulty in securing their rightful dues on account of poverty, illiteracy, social and economic backwardness, and other disabilities. The actual truth is that most of them are not even aware of their basic legal rights. In such a situation, these constitutional guarantees and promises that we loftily speak of, they fade into mere illusions for these people. Now, ordinarily one hears discussions on docket explosion. Docket explosion basically refers to the mounting pendency of cases and the length of time that they consume. But there is an equally important but lesser known concept called docket exclusion. This concept refers to cases which ought to materialize because there is a redressable cause of action, but they do not actually materialize, owing either to the ignorance of the person concerned or the economic constraints of the aggrieved person. In such a situation, legal services authorities and their many functionaries step in and come to the aid of these people by organizing legal awareness and legal literacy camps, whereby they try to educate these ignorant people of their rights and also the remedies available to them in law, apart from providing them financial aid if they are eligible. Apart from this, these legal services authorities also pave way for speedier justice delivery mechanisms such as mediation, conciliation, and lok adalats. You would have come across this popular criticism, at least some of you, I have heard it, that courts, being conscious of the fact that they are unable to handle the humongous number of pending cases, try to wash their hands off their responsibility by driving these litigants to compromise and settle their disputes by way of these alternative dispute resolution mechanisms. The reality, however, is that in most of the cases, the litigation stems from ignorance of one party of the rights of the other or one's own duty. And in such a situation, if the legal services authorities step in and educate them and thereby sensitize them of the legal position, they would automatically open their eyes, and that would bring about a quietus to the legal issue or the dispute that is being brought before the court. That apart, a voluntary settlement of the dispute on their part, unlike a judgment being thrust upon them, is bound to bring lasting peace and harmony, apart from halting further perpetuation of the litigation through appeals to a higher judicial forum. These steps would also be conducive for developing a tranquil and more peaceful society, and all the more so when disputes that we are speaking about arise amongst family members, and a voluntary patch-up amongst them would result in uniting the family. That is perhaps the reason why the legal services movement, has seen as much success as it has, being the foremost amongst such movements in post-independence India. I take this opportunity to congratulate all the stakeholders on the commendable work that they have put in and their achievements over the past year in making legal aid schemes and consequently constitutional guarantees and promises a reality in the state of Manipur. Finally, I would like to thank the organizers of this event for giving me this opportunity to share my thoughts on this happy occasion. I may say that my brother Justice Nobin and Mr. Ojesh Mutum and Mr. Sadananda Singh and all the district legal services are doing such an excellent job that I do not even need to monitor what their activities are. In fact, I am taken aback by the activities that they have undertaken during each month. The monthly report that Mr. Ojesh Mutum places before me just takes my breath away. They are doing a wonderful job, and my congratulations to them. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Your Lordship. We will now proceed with the commendation ceremony. We take this opportunity to express our heartfelt appreciation to the organizational support received from Government of Manipur and other agencies. I would like to hand over the mic to Shri Ojesh Mutum, Member Secretary, Manipur State Legal Services Authority, to proceed further.
Thank you. Now we'll start with the commendation ceremony. The tasks of legal services would have never been comprehensive and complete without the support of the state government machinery. The Office of the Chief Secretary, Government of Manipur, has been greatly helpful and has never taken a step back. May I request Shri Dr. Rajesh Kumar, Chief Secretary, Government of Manipur, to receive a token of appreciation from Honorable Chief Justice, High Court of Manipur, sir. Thank you, sir. When it comes to realization of the women's rights and entitlements, the MSCW has always been on the forefront and work in tandem with the Legal Service Authority at various levels. As an acknowledgement of its services, may I request the chairperson, Manipur State Commission for Women, to receive a token of appreciation from Honorable Chief Justice, the High Court of Manipur. Madam, please. Honorable the Chief Justice, High Court of Manipur. Thank you. In securing the rights of tender children at all fronts, the Manipur Commission for Protection of Child Rights has been closely working with us for the last many years. To acknowledge his contribution, may I request the Chairperson, Manipur Commission for Protection of Child Rights, to receive a small token of appreciation from Honorable Chief Justice, High Court of Manipur. Sir, please. The Department of Social Welfare has been working hands in glove with the legal services since long time back and reaching out to the vulnerable sections of women, children, senior citizens, drug users, etc. To appreciate our services, may I request Sri Ngangom Uttam Singh, Director of Social Welfare, to receive a commendation certificate from the hands of His Lordship, Mrs. Justice K.S. Nobin Singh, Executive Chairman, Manipur State Legal Services Authority. Lordship, please. Thank you, sir. The impact of spreading legal awareness message to the general public through the form of dramas, plays, films is a quite successful move. In this regard, the Nokfode Cultural Foundation has long been associated with the legal service activities, and through its comical plays and films, the empowerment of the masses is quite notable. To show a token of appreciation, may I request Sri Thaudam Rohini Kumar, Director, Nokfode Cultural Foundation, and his team present here to receive a commendation certificate from His Lordship, Mr. Justice P.B. Sanjay Kumar, Honorable Patron-in-Chief, Manipur State Legal Services Authority. This cyclist group consists of members from different walks of life and are not professional riders, yet they have been doing cycling trails for fitness and adventure. Their venture into assisting the legal awareness along the cycle trails is quite noteworthy, and particularly during this Pan-India awareness campaign, they have reached out to a number of villages touching the districts of Imphal East, Imphal West, Thoubal, Bishnupur, Kangpokpi, and Noni districts, and leaving the legal footprints to the unrest. For their services, may I request the members of Tour de Manipur riders present today to receive commendation from His Lordship, Mr. Justice P.V. Sanjay Kumar, Honorable Patron-in-Chief, Manipur State Legal Services Authority. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Lordship. We would also like to show our gratitude with a certificate of appreciation to individuals who have played indispensable roles in imparting legal service to the citizens. To do the honors, I would like to request Honorable the Chief Justice, High Court of Manipur. Shri W. Joy Kumar Singh, former Ombudsman, MNRE GS, Imphal East, also advocate and member, High Court Legal Service Committee. Kumari Malla Lisam, Program Officer, Social Welfare Department. Kumari Malla Lisam, Program Officer, Social Welfare Department.
Proceeding further, Shanta Kurai, Secretary, All Manipur Rupi Manvi Association. Shanta Kurai, Secretary, All Manipur Rupi Manvi Association.
John Singh, Additional SP, Crime Branch, formerly Additional SP OC, Crime Branch, Cyber Crime PS, Manipur. Dr. Nongmaikakpam Premika Devi, Faculty, Department of Psychology, Manipur University. Shri Thiam Rajkishore Singh, Advocate, Chairperson, Child Welfare Committee, Imphal West. Thank you, Lordship. Next, I would like to request Honorable Mr. Justice Lanu Sunkum Jamir to do the honors. Kumari B. Supriya Devi, Advocate. Shri C.H. Momon Singh, Advocate, Nominated Member, Manipur State Legal Services Authority. Thank you, Lordship. I would like to request Honorable Mr. Justice K.H. Nobin Singh to do the honors. Shri Rakesh Mahobam, Advocate, Director, Human Rights Law Network, Manipur. Premlata Thokchom, Advocate, Additional Director, Human Rights Law Network, Manipur. Shrimati Leni Bala Irengbam, Advocate. Thank you, Lordship. I would like to request Honorable Mr. Justice M.V. Muralidharan to do the honors. Shri Salam Devananda, Advocate and Media Coordinator, Manipur State Legal Services Authority. Shri N. Brajakanta Singh, Faculty, Department of Law, Manipur University. Shri N. John Singh, Additional SP, Crime Branch, formerly Additional SP, OC, Cybercrime, PS, Manipur. Shri Rajkumar Nalini Kanta, President, Community Network for Empowerment, Kon, Manipur. Thank you, Lordship. As a sign of acknowledgement and appreciation of services rendered, we would like to call out Best Paralegal Volunteer and Best Panel Lawyer of each District Legal Services Authority who are nominated by the concerned District Legal Services Authority. To do the honors, I would like to call upon Honorable Mr. Justice Lanu Sungkum Jamir, Judge High Court of Manipur. For Thaubal District Legal Services Authority, Best PLV is Salam Rameshwar Singh. For Senapati District Legal Services Authority, Best Paralegal Volunteer is Shri D. Kamgaulen Haukip. Tamenglong District Legal Services Authority, Best Paralegal Volunteer is Jespi Kamai Nungba Legal Aid Clinic. L. Sujata Devi, Changangai LLC, may kindly be ready. For Imphal West District Legal Services Authority, L. Sujata Devi, Changangai Legal Aid Clinic is the best paralegal volunteer. Thank you, Lordship. I would like to request Honorable Mr. Justice M.V. Muralidharan to do the honors. Imphal East District Legal Services Authority, Best Paralegal Volunteer T.H. Kalapati Devi, Thongju, LAC. Churachandpur District Legal Services Authority, Best Paralegal Volunteer is G. Jathang Kipjan. T.H. Kalapati Devi may kindly come up on the stage. Bishnupur District Legal Services Authority, L. Tompok Singh, Kakyai, LSC. Chandel District Legal Services Authority, Changlo Nulla Anal, PLV Front Office. Ukhrul District Legal Services Authority, Miss Santri Ramsan, Sira Rakhong, LSE. Thank you, Lordship. I would like to request Honorable Mr. Justice K.H. Novin Singh to do the honors. Next, we have the best panel lawyers for all 9 district legal services authorities. For Thaubal District, Khoisanam Lembisana Maidingu. Senapati District Legal Services Authority, Ms. Heva Kipjan. Tamenglong District Legal Services Authority, Shri T.S. Thomas. Imphal West District Legal Services Authority, Khuraijam Kanta Singh. Imphal East District Legal Services Authority, C.H. Nanda Devi. Churachandpur District Legal Services Authority, Grace Chihoy Nang. Imphal is best panel lawyer, may kindly come up on the stage, please. C.H. Nanda Devi. Bishnupur District Legal Services Authority, best panel lawyer is Srimati L. Jayala Devi. Chandel District Legal Services Authority, KH Jackie Lucy Lamkang. Ukhrul District Legal Services Authority, Mayongkwi Ngalung. Best PLV, Ms. Sanchri Ramsan may also come up on the stage if present. Thank you, Lordship. We would also like to show our gratefulness to all the 9 district legal service authorities for rendering unconditional support and untiring service. Best PLB for Ukhrul District Legal Services Authority, Honorable Mr. Justice K.H. Nobin Singh may kindly do the honors. Thank you, Lordship. We would also like to show our gratefulness to all the 9 district legal services authorities. So, Chairman and Secretary of each district legal services authority are requested to come up on the stage and receive a small memento. To do the honors, I would like to invite Honorable the Chief Justice, High Court of Manipur. Thoubal District Legal Services Authority, Chairman and Secretary. Srimati Bini Ngangom and Kumari Athokpam Shanta Devi. Senapati District Legal Services Authority, Chairman and Secretary, Shri Samom Ibjen and Srimati Asem Taruna Kumari. Tamenglong District Legal Services Authority, Chairman and Secretary, Shri A. Gunesho Sharma and Shri K. Nirojit. Imphal West District Legal Services Authority, Chairman and Secretary, Shri A. Gunesho Sharma and Shri Yankhom Somorjit Singh. Imphal East District Legal Services Authority, Chairman and Secretary, Srimati R.K. Memcha and Srimati Ningthaujam Lan Laima. Churachandpur District Legal Services Authority Chairman and Secretary Shri N. Kirti Chand Singh and Shri Jaugolen Haukip. Bishnupur District Legal Services Authority Chairman and Secretary Shri W. Tonen Maitai and Shrimati Monalisa Maibam. Chandel District Legal Services Authority Chairman and Secretary Shri A. Gunesho Sharma and Shri Lamkholal Kipjal. Ukhrul District Legal Services Authority Chairman and Secretary Shri Ojesh Mutum and Shrimati Masanna Pamai. Thank you, Lordship. Now we have awards for the Best Paralegal Volunteer, Best Panel Lawyer, and Best District Legal Services Authority, which is selected by Manipur State Legal Services Authority on the basis of the performance report received by Manipur State Legal Services Authority. The Best Paralegal Volunteer of Manipur goes to Kumari Thokchom Kalapati Devi of Thongju Legal Aid Clinic under District Legal Services Authority, Imphal East. Thokchom Kalapati Devi. Her initiative is innovative and beneficiary-oriented. Most of her initiative results in empowering the weaker and vulnerable sections of the society, such as widows, women, children, senior citizens, marginalized farmers, and unemployed youths. She has also helped in obtaining Chief Minister Gi Hakchel Gi Tengbang health card under Directorate of Health Services for 150 beneficiaries till date by way of door-to-door service. Even during the COVID-19 pandemic, she initiated to identify poorest of the poor families and identified 15 families. At the time, there were scarcity of masks. She and her fellow PLVs manufactured around 3,000 masks and distributed free of cost to 2 children homes, namely Open Center Khurai and Lai Inkhol Children Home Singmairong, and to the public around their locality. Next, we have the Best Panel Lawyer of Manipur. Best Panel Lawyer of Manipur goes to K.H. Lembisana Maidingu. She is also the remand lawyer for the Court of Chief Judicial Magistrate Thauban and Court of Sessions Judge Thaubal. She is also panel lawyer of Women Helpline Imphal, panel lawyer of One Stop Center Thaubal, and she is also engaged as resource person in many legal awareness programs and interacted well with the participants. Last but not the least, we have the best District Legal Services Authority of the year 2020-2021, Churachandpur District Legal Services Authority. Initiatives under the District Legal Services Authority include pilot project for empowering widows, abandoned women, in which vulnerable widows were identified and provided awareness cum interaction program, helping hand project, in which through this project intends to reach out to most vulnerable group in the society, awareness through electronic media, YouTube channels, organized citizen outreach conclave inviting delegates from various heads of department, CSOs, leaders, student bodies, media persons, social activists, etc. Organized flash mob street plays on human trafficking in collaboration with We Dance Academy, reaching out to 108,670 persons. Initiated a book donation drive in aid of Gamnom Village Library under Churachandpur district. Organized a vaccine advocacy and mass vaccination campaign at remote villages of Churachandpur, vaccinating 115 beneficiaries, etc. Thank you, Lordship. We have come to the end of the first session. I would like to invite Sri Sorokhaivam Sadananda, Honorable Deputy Member Secretary, Manipur State Legal Services Authority, to give the vote of thanks.
As we come to the end of today's program, to officially propose the vote of thanks for the inaugural session of today's Commendation Legal Services Day 2021. I've always felt proud that India has had this system of providing free legal aid and services, for more than 800 million people of Indians in India. In fact, the constitutional assurance that more than 80% of the total population of the Manipur are entitled to free legal aid and services anytime and anywhere is itself a reminder as to what the constitutional vision of access to justice is all about. Today's program is basically all about that and how the legal services functionaries have performed in the recent past to achieve this commendable aim, and to commend the efforts of all our tireless legal services functionaries for their remarkable work done in the past 1 year, who have done all such work with no such fanfare or self-glorification as such. It is quite astonishing what they have done, considering the COVID pandemic that we are faced today for the past 1 year. So I would like to take this humble opportunity to thank the Honorable Chief Justice of the High Court of Manipur for gracing the program as the functional president, along with the Honorable Justices of all the High Court of Manipur, for recognizing for the commendable works done by all our legal services functionaries under Manipur State Legal Services Authority. Also, I would like to take this opportunity to thank all the dignitaries present today, especially from the executive branch of the government, ranging from the Chief Secretary of the State to the Honorable Chairpersons of both the Manipur State Commission for Women as well as the Manipur Commission for the Protection of Child Rights, along with the our other department heads present today, like our Director of the Social Welfare, who have been immensely commended the efforts of our legal services functionaries also. Along with them, I would like to take this opportunity to thank all the senior members of the bar and the bench present today, along with all the judicial officers, students present today, along with all other dignitaries present today for taking the time out from their busy schedule to participate in this today's program. So once again, I would like to formally conclude this inaugural session of today's program. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I request all the dignitaries, invitees, and everyone else present here to proceed to the lawns for tea. We will resume the second session after the tea.
정해요. 넓어.